Entrepreneurship is a lot like playing sports. There's opportunities and even some competition, but overall the main goal is to improve your craft. That's why today I'm going to be shooting amateur basketball. It's a high school event. There's even going to be some college scouts there. Hopefully this is a great opportunity for the kids, and I mean, this is always going to be a great opportunity for me as well. So you're going to come along with me and learn how entrepreneurship and sports have a lot of parallels. Let's get started.
Yes, Yellow's the only one getting through here. How long you be coming in and out?
Unlike the athletes in today's event, there are no scouts looking for you, especially when you're starting out in entrepreneurship. That's why you got to create your own opportunities. Unlike the sport of basketball, there are no scouts looking for you. You can be extremely talented in your field and nobody will know about you because no one's going to be looking for you. So you've got to be your own best advocate. That's why it's on you for not only that people know that you exist, but they can also pay you for your work. When you really think about it, this event is almost like a networking event except for athletes. They're in a place where they'll get the attention of college coaches and it'll allow them to reach their goal. Networking is exactly like that. You're putting yourself in a profitable position because you're in a place where business owners are going to be looking for you. That's why networking events are so important. Next, we're going to be talking about professionalism. Professionalism isn't just reserved for pro-level sports. It's the way that you interact with your clients and the way that you conduct yourself out in the field. That doesn't mean that you can't have fun. Another big part of being an entrepreneur is not just being good at what you do, but being a person that's a cool person to hang around, honestly. Being a person that other people enjoy working with is really half of what entrepreneurship is all about. But that also doesn't mean that you have to be a pushover. Setting expectations up front can save you a whole lot of heartache and can save you a lot of disappointment from clients after a shoot's already been completed. The final part of professionalism is not letting emotions get in the way of the final product. A few weeks ago, I had a shoot where it seemed like everything before the shoot was going wrong. I normally like to be super organized, so anything that can be printed out before a shoot, I have printed maybe 2 or 3 days in advance. But this time I didn't have the opportunity to print out a parking pass, which I needed for that shoot. And well, they sent the email at about 6:30 p.m. The library closed at 7. That's where I don't have a personal printer at home. So the library closed at 7, wouldn't open until about 10 the next day. I had to be at the shoot at 8. I went to different FedExes as soon as they opened, trying to get there on time, and none of them had printing services. I finally got to the shoot at around 9. Like I said, I wanted to be there at 8 because I wanted to be early, but the shoots officially started at 9. So I got there, no parking pass at all, and you know, I wasn't exactly happy. But part of professionalism is putting that behind me and doing a great job on the shoot. So it's one of those things where I had to do. I just had to breathe in, feel that anger, and breathe out the anger. It's just like playing sports. Whenever you're playing sports, you can't ruminate on a bad play. You got to get over it, push through, and continue to play the game. The final thing that I'm going to talk about is being a lifelong student of the game. Entrepreneurship is like being a student athlete for pretty much the remainder of your life until you decide not to be an entrepreneur anymore. Because for me, the business doesn't work unless I do. That means I have to take care of my brain and my body, which means, number one, I've got to get 8 hours of sleep every single night, or do my best to get 8 hours. Sometimes I try to get more than 6, maybe 7, but I aim for 8 hours of sleep every night. I wake up and go to the gym 4 days a week, making sure that I'm taking care of my body, and I'm also making sure that I'm not overworking myself. I know mentally where my limit is as far as being able to work without burning out. Sometimes that means you have to prioritize switching off by doing other things that give you enjoyment. For me, that's reading books or sim racing. I also invest heavily in my education to make myself better. I just realized this is my first time ever filming in public, and it didn't go as bad as I thought it would, but it got a little loud here, so I'm going to move on. like I was saying, online courses are about building new skills, not really about making money. The ones that tend to focus on making money, more than likely are scams. But that's for another video. The online courses that you should be taking as an entrepreneur are supposed to be building your skills in whatever field that you're in. So I remember early on, one of the first courses that I ever took was being able to frame a shot in photography. It talked me through all the things that were involved about learning about light, framing shots, and just being able to tell a story using pictures. That's one of the best parts about being early on in your entrepreneurship journey. You have a lot more time to learn new skills. That's because nothing beats practice. Practicing your skills daily will help your business become more valuable to clients. And I'm of the opinion that everything is a skill. Unlike being an athlete, I really don't think that there's any natural born talent that makes one person a better entrepreneur over another. Everything involved in being an entrepreneur is a skill, and it's a skill that you can learn. It just takes time and the commitment to working to get better at a specific skill every single day. The earlier that you are in your entrepreneurship journey, the more time that you should be spending learning your industry and learning new skills that can help you serve customers in your industry. Soon, well, hopefully soon, there will be a time in your business where you won't have as much time as previous to dedicate to learning new skills, so take advantage of that while you still have the time. For me, I'm at my plenty of clients phase, and it honestly feels awesome. In fact, I'm not even 100% sure which client I met landed me at this event, but this has been great. But I appreciate the hard work that it took for me to get here. If you're a former athlete or current athlete turned entrepreneur, hopefully you learned something in this video about the parallels between sports and being an entrepreneur. And hopefully you use what you learned today to help create the life that you want to live.